Is Deutsche Bank going to trigger the next financial crisis? So they just slashed 18,000 jobs in a sweeping overhaul. And if you don't know, Deutsche Bank is basically a very large bank out of Germany. And let's see what they did recently. So the bank will also slash 18,000 jobs for a global headcount of around 74,000 employees by 2022. The bank aims to reduce costs by 6 billion euros. Deutsche expects its restructuring plan to cost 7.4 billion euros by the end of 2022. The German bank also expects to report a net loss of 2.8 billion euros by the second quarter of 2019. It will release its second quarter results on July 25th. So basically, this is like Lehman Brothers on steroids. Lehman Brothers was the bank that triggered the 2008 financial crisis. So if this bank goes down, people are saying that it's going to be even worse than 2008 financial crisis. And this is like just kind of another red flag that they're now cutting 18,000 jobs over the weekend, where they were saying like everything was fine a couple days ago. Let's see if they have anything else to say here. Deutsche Bank's supervisory board met on Sunday to hash out the restructuring plan. So like an emergency meeting over the weekend. A little scary. The bank's CEO, Christian Sewing, had broadcast tough cutbacks during shareholders' meetings in May. Today we have announced the most fundamental transformation of Deutsche Bank in decades. I also found this kind of live update about Deutsche Bank staff being sent home. This is like a live reporting, so it looks like it started out introduction. In a letter to DB staff, explains why 18,000 jobs are being cut. First, let me say I'm very much aware that in rebuilding our bank, we are making deep cuts. Okay, yeah, they personally regret letting people go or firing people, fine. Going forward, we will have 4 businesses that will be entirely focused on our clients. We are focused on remaining an investment bank, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so this article, Deutsche Bank shares actually jump up 4% as lenders get ready for major overhaul. So I thought this was interesting. The bank expects sweeping reforms, which also involve the creation of a 74 billion euro or 83 billion US dollar bad bank. So basically what they're doing is that they're taking all their bad assets and they're spinning it off into another company, another bank, and they're having the European, or I guess German taxpayer pay for it. So again, the banks take all the risk, take on too much risk, they fail, and then they're having the average person pay for it. Pretty disgusting, honestly. And who knows if that's even going to work if they do this spin-off, like, you know, it's not like they're going to continue, they're going to make good decisions all of a sudden. I mean, maybe they'll be a little bit more reserved in their decision making, but there's no, I mean, it's like they made a bunch of bad decisions and they're being rewarded for it because they get to spin off all their bad assets and the taxpayer pays for it. So why would they stop, you know? So their shares now go up for firing people because, you know, that's how things work. The shares have risen 16% over the past month, bouncing off an all-time low. However, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, stocks around the world are at all-time highs, and we keep breaking all-time highs. So at some point, this is probably a short-term rise. It's just my guess, but tumbling share price has reflected the bank's long run of legacy scandals, many of which relate to anti-money laundering failures, along with the collapse of merger talks with domestic rival Commerce Bank. Wow, so like they're doing a bunch of shady stuff. Interesting. Yeah, definitely fascinating what's going on with Deutsche Bank. I mean, it definitely seems like they are the Lehman Brothers of the next financial crisis, that they're going to collapse first, and they're already having to be massively leveraged out. And I mean, once they fall, they're way bigger than the Lehman Brothers were. You know, they're like a bank made up of a bunch of tiny Lehman Brother banks, so it's like multiple Lehman Brothers failing at the same time. But just based on the scale of the company and how much money they have in the markets and whatnot. But yeah, it'll be definitely interesting to see what happens with Deutsche Bank. And yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching. Bye.